And let's go. Hello everyone, this is Dan. Some of you may also know me as Patka over on Reddit and Discord. I'm just here to make a short little video about this SkyrimVR list I'm currently making. Now, after a surprisingly positive response on Reddit, I did decide to actually make this a wabbajack. So that's what I'll be doing in the next couple of weeks. Progress will probably be slow since I won't be here for a long time, but I think I'll manage to make it eventually. So I just wanted to walk around a little bit, see what's up, if you guys like it, if you want me to change something, all that good stuff. So here we are in Riverwood. We do have Riverwood that has walls installed, but they're not up yet, hence the slight drop in frame rate. But once they are up, you get those nice occlusion planes or panes, and it gets a bit more tolerable. Now, just gonna skip over to Whiterun. We do have a lot of gameplay stuff installed here, so I'm gonna be going over some of that as well as the graphics. First of all, fast travel is off by default, so you'll have to get other ways of traveling. Easiest one is travel packs. You can buy those at merchants, Khajiit caravans, whatever. But currently I'm gonna use another one.
Of course.
So
let me know if you want anything, or you can just wait here.
Thank you, Orgnar.
Until next time.
You can always wait inside any inn, and eventually you'll get a carriage driver. I think that's you, right? Got it. So
where do you want to go?
Let's go over to Whiterun, see what it looks like.
Very well.
And travel is also a bit more expensive. I do like having an incentive to actually, sorry I sat down, to actually walk a little bit and explore. I think that's very important for a game such as Skyrim, especially in VR. So, here we are in Whiterun. Alright, looks really nice. So this is Mythical Ages HDR. I have tweaked the image spaces a little bit, so I just wanted to make it look a bit nicer, you know, more somber, stuff like that. I don't like the saturation that some of the modern, that looks nice, weather mods have. Now, we are running on a 3080 here, so we're getting acceptable frames. If I were to turn off ambient occlusion, I'd get probably like 10 frames extra, but I really like it on. Hello, guard.
City's closed with the
Yeah.
to Whiterun, friend.
Right. Now, I do like making Whiterun a forest. That's like my preferred look, but I just could not afford the performance set here. But nevertheless, we got Freak's Floral, whatever it is. I think it's like meadows with Skoglendi on top of it. That's why we have the nice Skoglendi tundra. But let's take a look at Whiterun. Alright, here we are in Whiterun, and that looks really nice.
We'll pay whatever it takes.
Yeah, we got the usual dialogue. So yeah, I'll be working on this list for the foreseeable future. Now, it won't look the same as it does here. I am using some stuff that's not on Nexus, like some community shaders, test builds, some landscapes, stuff like that. We're using Vanaheim for landscapes, and they're not, the PBR version is not available on Nexus yet. It might be by the time I do upload this. We'll see. We got this nice white one. We got the Gilder Green. I really like that one. Now let's see what Dragon's Reach looks like. We're also using Simplicity of Sea, which looks really nice. I do like how Water for EMB looks, and it is compatible with community shaders. I just don't want to patch it, honestly. This is much more compatible, and I think it looks pretty nice. We got Tomatoes PBR Whiterun for textures, and this is also using Capital Whiterun expansion, and Whiterun has walls, I believe. Now this is Dragon's Reach. It looks goddamn nice. We are using Lux here, as well as Lux Orbis and Via, as well as Dial. So you might see this here. If we were to change it to, let's say, nighttime, it's like 8 p.m. Ah, yes, that's dial for you. Our image spaces change a little bit, and we see this nice nighttime light inside. Some people may think it's a bit dark, but honestly I prefer it. And I am also including, let me show you this right here, separate brightness in interiors and exteriors. So if you didn't like this, you could just, like, I don't know, boom, change to this, and it automatically makes it brighter. But I do like my interiors a bit darker. So what I'm gonna do next is just switch to another city, probably, and showcase that a little bit. So here we are in Falkreath. Some of you may know what's happening over there. I'm gonna see if I'll keep that. So Falkreath's looking pretty nice. I kept it fairly lightweight since this is a very heavy area in the game, especially in VR with all the foliage. We're using tomatoes, PBR trees, as well as enhanced vanilla trees. I think there's a couple of options selected there. But this is looking pretty nice. We've got some nice ruins over there as well as here. But yeah, pretty proud of that Falkreath frame rate. I do say so myself. What can we do here? Let's walk around the forest a little bit, just so we can get a look at this nice foliage. These are Nordic stone walls. I kept them vanilla, but took the PBR textures, so we save a couple draw calls. And yeah, Falkreath Wilderness looking pretty nice, running okay-ish. If I were to turn off ambient occlusion, it would be way better. That's probably the thing that's keeping the frame rate down the most. But man, it looks good. What can I say? We got some Lux Orbis stuff here. Nice volumetric lighting. So looking pretty nice, pretty clean. Let's head into Dead Man's Drink. I just changed this tavern. I found some like really weird old in mod, and I just wanted to test it out. Yeah, I know, I'm not gonna do that yet. Let's see if this works. Okay, surprisingly enough, seems to work. And this is Dead Man's Drink. This is the only overhaul I could find that isn't a part of like Cities of the North, Red Bags and stuff like that. I'm gonna head over to a different town and see how it looks. Had to look at this window, that looks amazing, man. Here we are in Riften. Kept things mostly green again, since that's how I like it. Always gotta do this. And I turned on selfie mode. Sorry about that. But yeah, we got redesigned Mist Whale Keep. A couple of trees, but kept things mostly. Oh my god, I want to talk to you. Kept things mostly, you know, performance friendly. This part here is my favorite. I like this a lot. It looks really good with skylighting and water and everything. We got leaves down there. It's looking really nice. And performance, pretty damn solid. Not that bad. But yeah, that's Riften. Let's see what else we got. Alright, here we are in Dragon Bridge. This is looking really nice. I'm not a fan of those, you know, the blended roads, bridges and stuff like that. I might change that a little later. But yeah, we got a couple of trees here. Nothing special. Wanted to keep it, you know, playable. This is meant for playing the game, not just looking at it, you know. I'm gonna take a little walk up to Solitude. Let's see how we're doing with frames. Yeah, pretty nice. Rocking a solid 85, 90. Looking down, yeah. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna walk up to Solitude. Alright, here we are in Solitude. I mean, almost in Solitude. Let's see how it looks inside. Alright, that is looking pretty nice. Again, I didn't change the city up too much. Wanted to keep, you know, some performance at least. We're getting, well, like 80, 90 here. It does tend to drop looking that way, but I think it's manageable, especially if you're on a better system. Side note, if anyone knows how to fix that windmill, I have been struggling with that for such a long time. I have no idea what's going on with that or how to fix it. I hope I'll be able to eventually. Jesus. So yeah, we got some nice statues. These are looking really nice and not too performance heavy. We got some trees. I also do have Legacy of the Dragonborn installed here and set up pretty well. Not sure if I'm gonna keep that. Oh my god, look at those windows. I think Faultier just came out with a PBR window retexture. This is what I'm using here, and those are looking really nice. Yeah, as I said, we do have Legacy of the Dragonborn. We'll see if we'll keep that. I'll think about it. It's just a nightmare to patch, really. But I think I have it pretty set up here. Let's look at the Blue Palace. I always used to like this place. Alright, that is looking nice and clean. Again, these PBR textures really carry the whole visual experience. I haven't touched the NPCs too much. I think this is Cathedral Overhaul. I am trying to keep it playable once again. So no like high poly head and stuff like that. That's just too heavy for what I'm going for here. But yeah, Blue Palace is looking really nice. Let me see if I can go outside. Where's that? Is it? Yeah, over here. We have, I think it's Drengen's Blue Palace Terrace or something like that. That place looks really nice. Case in point, look at that. That is really cool. So this is one of my favorite places to just sit back and, you know, chill. Look at the views. I like this terrace a lot. But I mean, these are fine. I prefer 3D lots, but I really can't run that, you know. Who are you, priestess?
Need something?
Yeah, I have no idea who you are. And there we are. So I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Do let me know if you'd like to see some changes, tweaks, if you would like to play this. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's thoughts, and I'll try to make this as stable as possible, release it as soon as possible. That's it for me. Hope you have a nice one.